understand what the buy box is, you probably need to think of the marketplace from the perspective of the buyer. When you go on a marketplace like Amazon and you want to buy something like headphones, you click search on headphones and click on the product page. And often there's a buy now button or add to cart. But since there are many sellers who are selling that same product, that buy now or add to cart actually represents one out of those 10 sellers. And so which seller is included as the add to cart or buy now, we say that seller has won the buy box. In some marketplaces, they are called the featured seller. And so that's what the buy box is. And obviously, many people going online to these marketplaces click on the buy now. They don't go to check which other sellers are offering this. And so as a result, it's not surprising that 95% of sales on online marketplaces are won through the buy box. So it is important because this is where a large majority of the sales happen. I think even just in your question, you've started to hint at what the challenge is. The challenge is simply the number of variables that you need to consider in order to sell well. And in fact, in this case, to price well. Repricing is critical for pricing correctly on e-commerce. And so some of the variables I can think about is competitors. So you have many competitors per product, not just many competitors, but many different kinds of competitors doing different things. There is the sheer scale of things. So some sellers, there are small sellers who are selling 100 things. There are sellers that sell in the millions of items. So that's a variable you need to think about. There are different marketplaces. You would be familiar with the many marketplaces that exist. The Amazons, the several Miracle marketplaces, Ball, eBay, etc. And these marketplaces also have different dynamics just because of the rules that exist in these marketplaces. And so it's not just the marketplace rules, but also as a seller, you want to be listing your product on all the marketplaces. So if you're going to be successful as an e-commerce seller, you want to be in the channels, whatever channels where the sales are happening. And so if you want to do this, you cannot do this by hand manually. That makes it so that you can only participate in as many marketplaces as you can manage with your own hands. Even before we think about buy box or not buy box, I guess the first thing we need to know is on your behalf, we are chasing sales. And so the first question we ask is where are the sales coming from? In the marketplaces where there is a buy box, the marketplace has given us a very good and, as from our experience, very reliable proxy for how to make the sales. So in those cases, it's very straightforward. Chase the buy box. In other marketplaces where there is no buy box, we have to do the work, and for many of them, we have done the work to figure out what exactly is influencing the sales. So sometimes it might be price. So there are some things where the buyers seem to be very sensitive to price. Sometimes it might be time, or there are times when sales happen. Sometimes it might be engagement. So there are some marketplaces that give us metrics that tell us how engaged, how many people are viewing, how many people are clicking. And so there's no one-size-fits-all answer, but the general answer is we need to look for the things that are driving sales and then optimize for those things. First of all, it is a first step. So part of your selling strategy is part of your pricing strategy is lowering the prices. But if your strategy is only lowering the prices, I don't know if you have been looking at the global economy in the last few years, that's not the direction that the prices have been going. So your strategy also needs to, you can lower your prices, but you need to know why you're lowering your prices. And that will also tell you when you need to increase your prices, because there are times when increasing your price is the correct thing to do. So you want to get sales, but you want to get them at the highest possible price that you could sell. So I think, interestingly, what I have found from working closely with repricing for many years is that the critical things about a pricing strategy are, one, a strategy. You need to have some hypothesis of what you want to sell, how much you want to sell it at, who is buying your products, and then you also need to have discipline to follow your strategy, and you also need to have data. Data is not necessarily big data, but you need to be able to look at what you have been doing and what the results have been, and to be able to adjust your strategy accordingly. And this is simply because the perfect pricing strategy is also a moving target. As the economy changes, as marketplaces changes, as marketplaces release new features, consumer behaviors also change a bit slightly. They say one very popular management theory is that what you cannot measure, you cannot manage. So if you're not seeing your prices, if you're not seeing your sales, if you cannot see how your strategy is affecting your sales, you are not able to improve it to get better sales. So first of all, data just helps you to see what is going on. There is, in this industry, as in every other industry, there is room to be creative. Data also allows you to make changes to what you're doing and monitor the impact of those changes. I think automation helps you to do more. So data works well, automation works well with data. Automation helps you to do more. I mentioned earlier that one of the critical things of pricing is having a strategy. Automation allows you to implement your strategy. It is possible that your strategy might be every morning you wake up and spend 5 hours changing all your prices. It is a better strategy to do exactly the same thing in an automated way, where every morning you wake up, switch on a button. And if I dare say, it might be even better to wake up just one morning, sign up to Multiply, and we will manage that. And of course, it is in partnership with you. We talk to you about your specific ambitions, because you as a seller also have knowledge. We have knowledge about the market in general. You have knowledge about the specific product you're selling. And so I think automation plus data helps you to be disciplined, helps you to also iterate and improve. Automation is a tool, right? And at the end of the day, the farmer who goes to his farm with tools is going to produce more harvest than the one who goes with sticks.